Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're heading to the Basque Country to explore a town that really, perfectly captures this incredible dance between history and modernity. So, how does a place do that? How does it hold on to its soul through all that change? We're going to dive into that question by taking a close look at a town called Algorta. And believe me, it has a fascinating answer, one that's written in its cobblestone streets, its lively festivals, and of course, its incredible food. You see, Algorta is really a story of two worlds in one place. You've got this charming, ancient fishing village, kind of nestled away, and then, boom, right on top of it, there's this bustling, modern town. So in this explainer, we're going to explore how Algorta doesn't just survive on this tension between its past and its present, it actually thrives on it. To really get Algorta, we have to start where the town itself began, with the sea. Its entire identity was forged by the water, right from the very beginning. The story of Algorta kicks off right here, in Puerto Viejo, the Old Port. And look, this isn't just a neighborhood, it's the town's actual birthplace. It's this amazing cluster of houses basically just clinging to the cliffside, all of them built by and for the people of the sea. These landmarks you see here, they're so much more than tourist spots. They're like a map of the original village's entire social structure. You had the chapel for spiritual life and early meetings. Then Getxo became the formal seat of power for the Seafarers Guild. And Eriberamun, well, that was the informal hub where sailors would just gather and talk for generations. And walking through Puerto Viejo honestly feels like stepping back in time. The architecture itself tells a story, with those classic whitewashed walls and that very distinct green trim. It's a real hallmark of Basque fishing villages. You can even see history etched directly into the stone walls, with family emblems, kind of like a declaration of lineage and pride. But of course, time didn't stand still. The 20th century, especially the post-war era, brought massive industrialization to the Basque Country, and that huge wave of change was about to crash right over this quiet fishing community. So get this, while over 100,000 Spaniards were leaving for other parts of Europe each year, an equally powerful story was happening inside Spain. A huge internal migration saw people flocking to industrial centers like the Basque Country for work. And it was this influx that fueled the growth of the modern town on the cliffs above the Old Port, changing Algorta's landscape forever. So how did this growing community hold onto its soul through all that? Well, the answer, as is so often the case in the Basque Country, is found in its food. To truly understand Algorta, you have to taste it. In Algorita, food isn't just about eating, it is the very rhythm of social life. The Old Port is, just like the locals say, a meeting place, a very lively enclave, where the whole community gathers over these amazing small plates, known as pinchos, and a glass of wine. And this deep connection to the sea is just perfectly captured in dishes like bacalao al pilpil. It takes a sailor's staple, salted cod, which was just a practical way to preserve fish on long voyages, and it transforms it into this celebrated culinary masterpiece. The name itself, pilpil, actually comes from the sound of the magic happening in the pan. The genius of this dish is its simplicity. First, you desalt the cod. That's a crucial step. Then you infuse olive oil with garlic and chili. But the final step, that's the most important one. It's this gentle, continuous shaking of the pan, which coaxes the natural gelatin from the cod to emulsify with the oil. And that's what creates that famously thick, creamy sauce. And whether you want just a quick bite or a whole multi-course meal, Algorta totally delivers. You've got places like Aranzali for casual pinchos right in the Old Port, traditional restaurants like Carla Ashea serving up classic seafood, and even top-rated spots like Tamarisa Zazara for a more refined experience. So this sense of community that's born in the taverns, well, it just explodes onto the streets during Algorta's vibrant local festivals. This is where the town's soul is truly on full display. At the heart of these celebrations are groups like Itzartu Taldea, and their mission is so vital. They don't just preserve Basque culture like it's a museum piece. They actively teach it and spread it, making sure that folklore is a living, breathing part of the community for all the new generations. Just a single day at the Puerto Viejo Festival shows you just how deep these roots run. It starts with the explosive Trupinazo rocket, has these moments of high culture with Basque poetry, and then features the wild spectacle of the Toro de Fuego, the Bull of Fire. The celebration just keeps going with dancing until the early hours, and it only ends with the ceremonial burning of the festival mascot at sunrise. And this really speaks to the incredible passion and discipline within Basque culture. Dances like the Jada and the quicker Aran, these aren't just casual celebrations, they are serious competitions. You've got participants in full traditional dress, judged on their precision, and they have to perform these complex, different steps. It's amazing. So, what does the future hold for a place that's so rich in history, but also so connected to the modern world? How does it carry that unique identity forward? Well, the answer might not just be local. In fact, it could lie in a European initiative that celebrates the very qualities that make Algorta so special. The European Union has this program called Town Twinning, and it's designed to connect communities all across the continent. Its goals are all about building bridges, fostering understanding, celebrating diversity, and building a sense of a shared European identity right from the grassroots up. This makes a town like Algorta a perfect ambassador for that European ideal. It's intensely local culture, the food, the festivals, the history. It doesn't isolate it. Actually, that vibrant identity makes it a powerful example of unity through diversity. It's a place that can both share its unique soul and connect with others. Ultimately, what Algorta shows us is that the past isn't something to be kept under glass. It's the foundation you build on, it's the flavor in your food, and it's the rhythm in your step. It is a living force that continues to shape the present and the future. And that leaves us with a question, doesn't it? What foundations from our own past are we actively building upon today?